Okay, we have time for only 2 more questions, and I have them via our Illuminate tool. So this one goes to Lethbridge, and it's just about what types of hardware are you using for video conferencing, and what have you had most success with?
We've actually got almost the full gamut down here. I'm currently using a Tandberg system. We have a Polycom system, and we've demoed life-size systems. I think all the technology has matured today to the point where it's really apples and oranges. It's not so important what technology you pick. The important thing is how you integrate the technology, how you set up your environment, how you train your users as far as etiquette and some of the idiosyncrasies that go along with using video conferencing. And one thing that the research consistently shows is that video conferencing alone is not enough. You need to integrate other technologies such as document sharing, smart boards, Bridget, those kind of technologies to really enhance the experience, especially if you're using it for course delivery.
Perfect, thanks Dave. And this next question goes over to Gord. So with your 168 sessions that you had last year and the 90 that you've already completed this year, the question from the audience, from Wendy in the South, is what are some examples of who you are outsourcing content to or from? If you could provide some examples, please, Gord.
We have a variety of content providers that we connect with. Locally here in Canada, there are very few actually. Some of our perennial favorites are the Tyrrell Museum down in Drumheller, the Royal Botanical Gardens in Hamilton. We connect quite frequently with the Puppetry Arts Center down in Atlanta, Georgia, Liberty Science Center in New Jersey. We've probably done a dozen connections already in the first month here with the Cleveland Museum of Art. We connect quite frequently with the Alaska Sea Life Center, the St. Louis Zoo, the Indianapolis Zoo, the Western Conservation Association that works out of the Bronx Zoo in New York. Those are some of the perennial favorites that we connect with around here. We also, as I say, have created a few content providers that we provided video conference endpoints to in return for programming and support for our regular traditional classroom environments. The one thing that I found very encouraging is that a lot of the commercially available content providers, in addition to their canned offerings that they have available, are more than receptive to custom building programs. And we work with a lot of content providers out of the U.S. to provide content that is specific to Alberta curriculum and matches exactly the sort of needs, whatnot, that have been expressed by the teachers within our division.
Excellent, thank you, Gord. So to keep us on time and to keep the flow going for today, I'd just like to thank Vicky, Gord, Dave, and those who stood in for Jennifer and Duff. Thank you so very much for sharing your stories. I'd just like to reiterate that all the work that you're doing around the province is fantastic. And I would just hope and encourage that everybody that are hearing the projects, the programming, the resources that are being shared as part of the education session, make sure that you connect. Take the time to go look at those resources, because we can only continue to grow together as opposed to operating in silos. So I encourage you to collaborate, continue your collaborations, continue working together to share the knowledge so that we can get out to all the communities across the province. So with that said, I'd like to thank you. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Gord. Thank you, everybody. And I will turn it back over to our MC, who I'm sure will allow you to stretch your legs for a couple minutes before we move on.
Well, thank you, Vicky. Thank you very much. Well, Kathy, thank you very much. That was an awful lot of fun. We appreciated your skilled handling of the session. And I got to tell you, I think Rick Neidig would agree. Rick never looked so good. So we appreciate the session. It told us an awful lot about the wealth of resources that broadband-enabled technologies and applications are making available from within the universe of education to students and learners and even industry clients all across the province. Who has what I need? How do I get a hold of them? How do I talk to them? Where do I find them? And the potential for social networking within education is just amazing. There are some who are well along the path and some who are just beginning. We appreciate all of the efforts of Vicki at the Community Learning Campus in Olds. I know that they're still on their shakedown crew. I think she successfully exorcised all of the ghosts that the rest of us might have faced through the rest of the day. So our appreciation to Vicki. Thank you very much. And yes, we are going to take a break. Please refresh yourselves. If we could return at 9:50, I think that would keep us on schedule. Thank you very much, everyone. See you at 9:50.